Welcome again to Joe Stunner Boxing. So it's been announced that Tyson Fury will fight Francis Ngannou on October the 28th. It's not a fight I care about. It's not. I don't consider it a fight. Look, I've no interest in it. I'm not even going to stream it. I might watch it if it's on YouTube afterwards, watch the highlights or whatever. But to me, it's got nothing to do with heavyweight boxing. It's got nothing to do with boxing history. It's just a piece of trash. It's an exhibition. Warren has said it. Frank Warren said, "Oh, it's not an exhibition." Yes, it is. We've been here before with McGregor and Mayweather. That was a farce that souped up, the casuals and did astronomical numbers. Why, I've no idea. Probably because they threw a lot of profane insults into each other beforehand, and people were like, "Oh yeah, we'll have a bit of this." This is the Harlem Globetrotters. It's not the NBA, So I've no interest in it, but it is very interesting that as odious as Frank Warren is, as much of a spinning liar that he is, which he most certainly is. Look, he's played the game well. Because obviously Fury ducked Usyk. Anybody with a brain knows this. And people say to me, you're so anti-Fury. No, I'm not. Well, I am in this case, but in the past I've praised him. I've always said he's a very good fighter. I've always said that probably, or potentially at least, he's the best heavyweight in the world. But if someone behaves like this, I'm calling them out on it, right? And so should you. You should be honest. You should be objective. Look up objectivity in the Oxford English Dictionary. Memorise it and try to live your life that way, because you'll be better off, okay? Tyson Fury, barefaced liar, gaslighter, doesn't care about the public, doesn't care about boxing history, wants to make as much money as possible, is scared, unbelievably scared of losing to anyone, doesn't fear people, doesn't fear, I don't think he's scared of Usyk. He just doesn't want to lose to him, and he knows that Usyk could well beat him. And it's the same with we had that farce with Chisora, that third fight, which was on pay-per-view, 25 quid, and and by the way, when another farce rears its head, which is Joshua versus White on pay-per-view for 27 quid, even though that's a far better matchup than Fury Chisora 3, I still speak out against it. Go and have a look at my videos, all right? So we've settled that. If you think I'm biased, you've got no leg to stand on, right? Don't pretend that you have. Don't try and gaslight. Don't be a Fury, Be someone a bit more honest, with a bit more intellectual ability, with a bit more objectivity, all right? Fury ducked Usyk. No, without a shadow of doubt, he ducks him. But Warren, as disgusting a creature as he is, he's loving it, because he didn't want Fury to fight Usyk. What he wanted was for Usyk to have to honour his mandatory, which was Dubois, who's promoted by Warren. And Warren doesn't really care about Dubois. If he wins, great. If not, I got bigger fish to fry, Sticks him in with Usyk. Dubois will probably get beaten, I think. I did a little poll recently. 91% of people thought that Usyk's going to win. 62 or 63% said by knockout. Whether it's knockout or not, most people think Usyk will win, and I'm certainly in that category. But Dubois fights Usyk. That takes care of him. Puts a few miles on Usyk's clock. Adds another year. Don't forget, Warren's got Joyce. I know Joyce was beaten by Zhang, but they've got a rematch coming up. There's a few more quid in the coffers. And also, if Zhang beats Joyce again, Warren can pick up Zhang. I don't know whether he's got options on him, but Warren has got several heavyweights who he wants to manoeuvre, all the while protecting his cash cow, which is Fury. And he protected him. I mean, the WBC support Warren. They're as disgusting as Frank Warren is. No mandatory for Tyson Fury. We don't need that. Shouldn't he have been stripped when he retired? I mean, if you were to put into recess or whatever they call it, and the guy who holds the interim belt comes out, I mean, how does this thing work? Well, I'm looking for logic where there is none, because the WBC is as disingenuous, completely disingenuous, as Frank Warren, all right? And Tyson Fury is Warren's cash cow, so of course he's going to protect him, because Fury is, money. He's money bag. He's the golden goose, okay? So Frank Warren's laughing at all this, right? And that's all right. You might be a sort of idiot who would say, well, all is fair in love and war and everything. And yeah, I'm a boxing fan, but I'm getting shafted. But so what? You've got to hand it to Frank. You stick to watching interviews with Gareth A. Davies, okay? All right, because that's your level, okay? you haven't got the ability to see beyond what's good for you. Do you know what I mean? You probably read the Sun. You know, you probably, at the moment, we got this this BBC presenter who's yet another BBC nonce, and you know, well, you know, the Sun revealed it. Are you forgetting that the Sun had page 3? Are you forgetting that the Sun boasted back, well, you're probably too young to remember. I remember when they were bragging because they'd tempted Samantha Fox, who was a famous page 3 girl, to give up school so she could go and flash her jugs on page 3. The Sun has absolutely no moral, no moral high ground, okay? And neither do any of those other crap tabloids that you probably read, right? Well, Frank Warren and the WBC are the Sun of boxing, okay? They have absolutely no moral high ground, and they can't talk about anyone else misbehaving, even though people do misbehave. Step forward, Mr. Hearn, with your 27 quid for a rematch between two damaged heavyweights who've lost 4 out of the last 7 fights combined. All right, they've got no moral. They're not a moral arbiter of anything. Okay, the only moral arbiter in your life should be you, saying, I don't agree with this. Don't take your cue from other people. Don't take your cue from some organisation that is only interested in making money, okay? And if you want to be an absolute intellectual coward, so gutless beyond belief, then say, well, you know, that's laissez-faire capitalism. That's just the way it is. You know, all right, if you want to do that, go down that path. I don't, okay? Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou is junk, it's trash, it's garbage, okay, and I won't be watching it. But if skullduggery and all sorts of, you know, spinning and gaslighting and you know, a sort of the moral behaviour of the bourgeois, if that's your thing, Frank Warren's your man. He's not mine, okay? So Ngannou, Fury, trash, get rid of it, not interested. But yeah, there's the rant for the day. Hit the dislike button if you didn't like what I said. I don't give a damn. Hit the like button if you did like what I said, and if you're new and you like what I said, subscribe. If you don't like, unsubscribe. It's up to you. As I've said before, that's freedom for you. We have choices. Leave your comments below. I want to read them and answer them. Bye for now.